All right. How's it going, YouTube? And this is going to be my review of Black Lightning episode 7, Equinox. Sorry, I'm looking at it. The Book of Fate. So, this was a really crazy episode. It started off kind of soft. We got more aftermath last episode. Anissa, Jefferson, Lynn, they all know who has powers and whatnot. So that's all good and dandy. At first, they don't really want her to be a superhero and that kind of stuff, but they know that Anissa's going to be a superhero. It's part of her personality. So at the end of the episode, it looks like both Jefferson and Lynn seem mildly okay with the idea of her going out and fighting. And she will eat, and Gamby's even working on a suit for her, so that's good for her. We didn't get a lot with Jennifer this episode, which is a bit of a change from the norm, but we got a ton with the villains, including Gamby. So we see that Gamby has some sort of relationship. Sorry, the lighting is really bad. That's better. There we go. Isn't that better? Yeah, so we see... I guess not enough. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so we see that Gamby has a relationship with Lady Eve. We don't know what yet, but at this point, Gamby cannot be trusted because later in this episode, he ends up killing Joey Toledo, one of Tobias' henchmen, as a favor to her because Tobias and Lady Eve are pretty much having this war where Tobias is getting sick of Lady Eve. He wants to take her out, and Lady Eve has kind of been pushing Tobias around. And that all kind of blows up towards the end of the episode. But, yeah, so the end of this episode, we got a crazy scene. Pretty much, there was this big fight scene between Black Lightning, Tobias and his henchmen, as well as some of Tobias' henchmen and Lady Eve. And pretty much the result of that battle, Tobias' sister, who's been in the past few episodes, is killed. She's shot and she dies, according to Jefferson. And Black Lightning gets a few good hits on Tobias, but Tobias ultimately ends up getting away. But Tobias also had some other henchmen who were fighting Lady Eve, and Lady Eve actually takes out what we believe are all of Tobias' henchmen, and even though they have these new fancy laser guns. But just as Lady Eve lets her guard down, one of Tobias' henchmen comes out of the casket that was supposed to be for Joey Toledo because it was his funeral, and it shocks her and she dies. And at the end of the episode, the police officer, whose name I forget, who's always talking to Black Lightning, he calls Black Lightning and says, "Hey, you've gone too far." So it looks like Lady Eve was killed by Black Lightning, even though we know it wasn't. So Black Lightning's framed, and Lady Eve is also dead. So a lot going on this episode. And even beyond that, we also see Lala in a bed wake up, and who we thought he was dead. So Lala is somehow resurrected, and he sees a vision of Lawanda, the mom he killed in the second episode, ask him, "Do you believe in the resurrection?" So this episode is totally crazy. We got multiple deaths, but we also have a character come back to life. So in the Black Lightning universe now, I guess people coming back to life is possible. So I wouldn't be shocked if we see Lady Eve or Tobias' sister again, since we know that this is somehow possible. But also, since Lady Eve is dead, I wonder if there's someone else who's behind the resurrections that we haven't seen yet. Is it Gamby? Who knows? But Gamby cannot be trusted. And it was nice to see the whole turf war thing that we've kind of had building for the past few episodes come to a pretty cool conclusion. And I'm excited to see where it goes in the future. And now Black Lightning's framed, so he's not going to be able to get the police help that he was getting before. And besides that, another thing is that the editor that Anissa talked to that worked with Jefferson's father was killed. He died, and Anissa finds that out. It hits Anissa pretty hard because he wouldn't have been killed if he wasn't giving information to people. So she kind of feels responsible. And it leads to this nice heartfelt conversation between Jefferson and Anissa, where Jefferson talks about, he kind of feels bad that he let Tobias' sister die because he didn't plan on killing her. So, that kind of gives them a parallel of hey, when you're a superhero, especially in their environment, you have to make sure that when you're going out and doing stuff, you're not hurting other people, you're not hurting innocent people in the crossfire or anything like that. So I like how that tied up. Hopefully Anissa gets to put on her suit pretty soon, and we kind of get a father-daughter team up. We don't really get that in any other superhero shows. And yeah, I'm digging Black Lightning. It's a great show. I haven't been disappointed with an episode yet, and it keeps getting better and better. And I really hope the show can just stick the landing and just take us into a really good finale, because at this point we're about halfway through the season, so a little over halfway, I think. So I really like where the season's been going, and I hope it continues to improve. Yeah, so let me know what you thought about Black Lightning in the comments below, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you like my videos. And until next time, I will check you all. Ugh. And until next time, I will. And until next time, I will see you all later. Peace.